Good afternoon and welcome to the news on Zodiac. I am Thompson Mozabanda. The headlines. Government orders mandatory health screening for all foreigners entering the country. Foreign Council of Malawi blames mobile money breaches for shift to cash payments. MEC targets higher standards with post-election review improvements. In other news, massive Russian attack on cities across Ukraine kills at least 13 people. Those were the headlines. We now give you the news in detail. All foreign passengers entering Malawi through land borders and airports are now subject to mandatory health screening following the Ebola outbreak reported in other countries. Spokesperson for the Department of Immigration and Citizenship Services, Pascal Zulu, confirmed to Zodiac that the exercise is being conducted in collaboration with the Ministry of Health. Zulu emphasized that foreigners who refuse to undergo the health screening are being denied entry into Malawi.
We have intensified border surveillance and screening in ensuring that whoever comes into the country should be vetted and see that he or she has gone through the health protocols. This is coming in following the surge in numbers on the prone countries that some of the individuals or some of the passengers are coming in Malawi. So as a department, we can't do it alone. We had to collaborate with our colleagues from Ministry of Health, specifically from the Port Health Department, in ensuring that whoever comes into the country has to go through that screening processes. We truly understand that the general public, the world is all aware that there is Ebola threat that is very dangerous, and we, as a department, we truly believe that our technical partner, who are also Port Health officials, are able to guide us in terms of how we are going to do it moving forward.
The Cotton Council of Malawi says the shift from digital payments to cash in this year's cotton market is due to technical challenges faced by mobile money service providers. The Council's Executive Director, Dr. Abat Saselemani, explained that once the issues are resolved, the system will revert to digital transactions in line with government's vision to fully digitize payments under the Malawi 2063. However, Antonio Isaya, chairperson of the Nyansamba Cotton Producers and Marketing Cooperative in Chikwawa, noted that farmers are pleased with the cash system. He said last year's digital mode frustrated many farmers with delayed payments, and some are yet to receive their money after selling their produce. Hastings Jimani reports from Baraka.
Last year, government and the cotton buyers adopted the electronic system of payment on cotton market. However, the system was not convenient to the farmers, with reports of delayed payments to some farmers, and others up to now have not been paid their money for their produce. Now this year, the farmers are receiving cash once they sell their cotton to the Guinness. Chairperson of Nyansamba Cotton Producers and Marketing Cooperative in Chikwawa, Antonio Yesaya, said that the farmers are happy with the cash system because the digital system frustrated some farmers last year. He said this is one of the factors that has contributed to the decline of the number of farmers that have grown cotton this year. However, Executive Director of the Cotton Council of Malawi, Dr. Abbas Selemani, says the shift from the digital system of payment to cash mode in this year's cotton market is to allow the mobile money service providers to fix the challenges registered while the market is progressing.
We'll still go back to the system after resolving the issues, because this is the way to go. As you are aware that it is also part of the vision of the government and the Malawi 2063 that we should go electronic in our systems, even in the agriculture sector.
Cotton market was opened on Thursday last week at a price of 1,500 waja per kilogram, a minimum price set by government. For Zodiac in Balaka, this is Hastings Jimani reporting.
Nzuzu-based health expert Dr. Doris Kayambo says integrating issues of mental health in artistic work is key in the healing process of those that have been traumatized or raped. Dr. Kayambo, who is the Director General for Nzuzu Central Hospital, says that it is sad to note that for a long time, art has been considered as only important for leisure.
Well, I think this event just shows to us that mental health is a package when it comes to healing and health. Because we heal physically at the hospital when we give them medicines, but when the patient is discharged, they still have some mental, emotional, psychological areas that need to be healed, and we cannot always manage to do that. So this event shows us that beyond the hospital, there are other forms, especially art, that can be used to heal. And there are also some diseases and some conditions that need art. For example, chronic diseases, cancers, mental illnesses, and also patients that have been traumatized, children that have been traumatized and unable to speak. Art can be used as a form to make them speak up, express themselves. Poetry, through storytelling, and through just drawing can be used as therapy to heal the brokenness that people may be experiencing in day-to-day life. What I've learned now through social media, that culture is gone. So when we're going through things, we don't know that this is a part of life and that we can get through it. Because through storytelling, we talk about war, we talk about marriages, we talk about weddings, we talk about gain, we talk about loss. But now what we've got left is social media, and social media is isolating us. We can either be on TikTok reading about the wrong things over and over again and thinking that there's no hope in life. That is what I meant when we've lost the art of connection, we've lost the art of community. We no longer sit outside under the sun, under the moon, chatting, dancing, telling stories. Everybody's in their rooms. A family may all be in the same house, but someone is watching TV and everybody's on their phones. So that's what I've meant, that we've lost that culture.
But why bringing different artists to perform at Videogenic Studios? Phoenix Nyirenda is the executive director for Art It Up.
So far, we thought it was like here in Mzuzu, there are no any platform whereby different artists, they might go and perform. So the whole team of Art It Up thought it was like, no, let's light it up, like to host a starting point, like an event for the Northern Region. So this is a place whereby different artists will be performing in different areas.
A shortage of cancer treatment supplies at Kamuzu Central Hospital's National Cancer Center has forced a private company to step in with 80 million kwacha emergency donation as patients face growing challenges. Jagged Group of Companies has delivered the supplies after learning of challenges requiring urgent bailout at the state-run cancer center, a facility already overwhelmed by rising demand for services. Minister of Health and Sanitation Badalitsu Baloi acknowledges that gaps in public health logistics continue to hamper patients' treatment. Chisomo Chingwa with the details.
Jagged Group of Companies has donated supplies to the National Cancer Center at Kamuzu Central Hospital in Lilongwe amid rising patient demand and critical shortages in cancer care following a visit last week that exposed urgent gaps in medical equipment and essential treatment resources. Speaking during the event, the company's managing director, Nazrin Jagged, said she was compelled to act after witnessing firsthand the challenges facing both patients and health workers during her tour to the center 2 weeks ago.
I had visited KCH a few weeks ago for a friend whose mother had visited this hospital. From there we had been informed there's a lack of supplies, machines, etc. So I came here about 2 weeks after that to speak to the head department and everybody here to see what opportunities there are for our group to be able to help them, and we were able to source whatever we could from the local.
Receiving the donation, Minister of Health and Sanitation Badalitsu Baloi said support from the private sector remains crucial in helping hospitals respond to resource constraints and improve healthcare delivery.
We've seen mattresses, we've seen glucometers, we've seen a number of commodities and various equipment that is going to boost our National Cancer Center. As you are aware, the Cancer Center is one of the centers of excellence that my ministry established in this country.
The medical supplies include mattresses, wheelchairs, chemotherapy chairs, and oxygen concentrators. For Zodiac, this is Chisomo Chingwaru.
A group of 836 farmer families at Nantipiri in Cholo has appealed to President Peter Mutharika to respond to their request to have land that the district council intends to sell to the public allocated to them. Chairperson of the group, Hussein Chiwalo, says they have been relying on the land for many years for farming and wrote President Mutharika to intervene because the council has started the process of subdividing the land. The farmers started using the land in 2013 after former President Joyce Banda gave it to them on a political podium in the area, but the High Court ruled that they had no documentation. Luca Beston has filed this report.
On 7th November 2013, former President Dr. Joyce Banda gave the land to the people at a political rally in Chisawani in the area. The land had previously belonged to white farmers Dondi and Mandanga, but over the years, there has been contention on the matter as the High Court had ruled that the people had no title deeds for the land. It gave freedom to Cholo District Council to commence plot demarcation. Speaking during a press briefing, chairperson of the farmers, Hussein Chiwalo, said they are surprised that after the council acquired the land, it is now subdividing it, hence calling on President Mutharika to intervene.
We have two concerns. Number one, we don't have anywhere to go. This is the only land that we are relying to earn our daily living here. That's number one. So we want our president to intervene because those who are agitating for grabbing this land are some officers, junior. They were not there during the time of Dr. Joyce Banda. They've just ushered into the office and they want just to take this money for their own benefit. They should hasten to respond to our concerns.
Group Village Headman Kamanga from the area of Senior Chief Vumbwe said it is surprising to see government giving priority to foreigners by giving them land, saying there was already a clear process that allocated the land to the citizens. Meanwhile, presidential spokesperson Kathe Mauridi says President Mutharika has not yet received their letter, adding will respond accordingly once they receive it.
You're watching the news on Zodiac this afternoon. You're with me, Chansemo Zabanda. The headlines this afternoon. Government orders mandatory health screening for all foreigners entering the country. Cotton Council of Malawi blames mobile money glitches for shift to cash payments. MEC targets higher standards with post-election review improvements. In other news, massive Russian attack on cities across Ukraine kills at least 30 people. Moving on, the Malawi Electoral Commission MEC says it is aiming to maintain the standards achieved during the 2025 general elections, while also introducing further improvements based on recommendations emerging from the post-election review meeting. Speaking in Lilongwe, MEC chairperson Annabel Ntalimanja said the consultations form part of a broader evaluation of the entire electoral cycle, assessing what worked well during the 2025 polls, identify challenges encountered, and develop practical reforms for future elections. UN Resident Coordinator Rebecca Adadonto described the post-election review as a critical platform for reinforcing democratic systems. Sarah Tembo has compiled this report.
Stakeholders from across the country gathered in Lilongwe for the Malawi Electoral Commission's 2025 General Elections Post-Election Review meeting, bringing together district commissioners, council chief executive officers, and police officers in charge. MEC chairperson Annabel Ntalimanja encouraged participants to use the review exercise as an opportunity to identify lessons learned and strengthen accountability, transparency, and fairness in future elections.
As an outcome of the review processes may be administrative reforms, there may be legal reforms, or just improved ways of handling matters. We have different components, as you know, to the elections that need to be looked into.
Meanwhile, UN Resident Coordinator Rebecca Adadonto praised the conduct of the elections, describing them as free and fair, noting that they contributed to the strengthening of democratic governance in Malawi.
I am proud to serve Malawi because Malawi just had a peaceful political transition. But we should not take it for granted. We need to be intentional about investing in our systems and institutions.
The review process is expected to generate recommendations that may include administrative, legal, or operational reforms aimed at improving electoral management. For Zodiac, this is Sarah Tembo.
Lilongwe City Council has disclosed plans to relocate the Chinsapo Likuni bus depot currently situated at the main entrance of Protea Hotels, Lilongwe Riles, near the Golf Club. The move comes as the new hotel nears completion and scheduled for opening soon. Chief Executive Officer for the Council, Clement Stambuli, says a new site for the depot has already been identified and is under development. Innocent Kunchedwa has filed this report.
A new 4-star hotel, Protea Hotels Lilongwe Riles, is set to transform the face of Lilongwe. Contractors and investors say 90% of the work on the $60 million structure has already been completed ahead of its opening later this year. Before welcoming its first guests, however, the hotel owners and the Lilongwe City Council must relocate the Chinsapo Likuni bus depot positioned at the hotel's main entrance. Council Chief Executive Officer Clement Stambuli confirmed that the matter will be addressed.
We are going to have the new site ready, and the minibus operators will move to that site. As you may know, that they came in here not necessarily by the wishes of the council, but rather because the council had not provided them where to operate from. So as soon as we give them where to operate from, they'll have to move.
Vizenge Kumwenda, chairperson of Blantyre Hotels Limited and Oasis Limited, the institutions behind the project, said they are pleased with the progress.
We are at a stage now where we can almost see the finishing line, that this project is about to be completed. Especially when you consider that when we started, we went to the public to raise money, to raise funding, to put up this magnificent hotel. At that time, there was nothing on the ground.
With 180 rooms, Protea Hotels Lilongwe Riles is the first of its kind in Malawi, built on a golf course.
NBS Bank has emphasized the need for financial institutions in the country to encourage more people to join the formal banking system and develop a culture of saving money. The bank's Chief Operating Officer, Shadrach Chikusiro, says despite the progress made so far in increasing access to financial services, many people still struggle to save money for investments even when they have disposable income. The bank has since launched Kwako Mandigo NBS Bank promotion, which aims to encourage Malawians embrace a saving culture.
The main purpose of this promotion is to encourage a culture of savings and also bring more people into the formal financial space, and at the same time just building a financial resilience of households. So it's principally encouraging people to save more. So the prices have been staggered throughout the time of the promotion, because the promotion is starting from the 1st of June to the 31st of December, and there will be weekly prizes that we will be giving 1 million kwacha at each and every point of representations, ZNJs, JBL speakers, and at the end of the promotion, each and every branch will give a lucky winner 5 million, but the grand prize is an electric vehicle that will give to the ultimate winner at the end of the promotion. We have done that in sync with our sustainability report. You recall we have launched our sustainability program last Friday, and we thought that the price must be an electric vehicle. So at whatever price we needed to get it to live in sync with our sustainability initiatives at NBS Bank. Every customer can be part of this promotion if they keep 250,000 kwacha in their account and are actively visiting our channels, both the branches, digital channels, Bank Pafupi, and every other touch point that we have. There is also something so special that I need to emphasize, which is the fact that those people that are under family banking will earn double interest.
In other news, a Russian missile and drone attack has killed at least 13 people across Ukraine, 9 in Dnipro and 4 in the capital Kiev, marking one of Moscow's largest assaults in recent months. Dozens were also injured, including several children, after the overnight airstrikes hit apartment blocks, with emergency crews racing to find people feared trapped beneath rubble in Kiev. Air raid warnings were in place across most of Ukraine in the early hours of Tuesday. And that also brings us to the end of this bulletin, but before we leave you, a recap of the top stories. Government orders mandatory health screening for all foreigners entering the country. Cotton Council of Malawi blames mobile money glitches for shift to cash payments. MEC targets higher standards with post-election review improvements. Other news, massive Russian attack on cities across Ukraine kills at least 13 people. Visit zodiacmalawi.com for more news. On behalf of the team, I am Chancellor Mozaranda. Thank you for watching.